Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating the table of content slides for a new employee onboarding template in PowerPoint. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with a blank slide. So come over to new slide and we're going to insert a blank slide. Next up is going to be a text. Go over to insert text box. I'm going to grab my text. This text is going to be in the description box below so you can check that out. I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to paste my text, select the entire text box. We're going to change this font to Montserrat and I'm going to change the size to 40 and we're going to change the alignment of the text to center. I'm going to increase the width of the text box so we have everything on one line and then align this to this center of our slide. Next up is going to be a shape. Go over to shapes. Under rectangles, we're going to use this top corners rounded rectangle and I'm just going to insert one here. Let's change the fill of this rectangle. I'm going to come over to fill and I'm going to use this color. In case you just join us for the first time and you've not worked on the previous slide, I'm just going to show you what that color is. So I'm going to show more fill colors. This is the code 040F45 is the code for this color. I'm just going to close it. Go over to shape outline and I'm going to select no outline. The height of this rectangle is going to be 4.5 and the width is going to be 1 cm. And I'm just going to select this yellow dot here and then round out the corners as far as it will go. Hold shift and then rotate this shape in this direction and I'm just going to place it here for now. Next up is going to be an oval shape. So go over to shapes, we're going to insert an oval shape, click and I'm going to insert. Go over to fill. I'm going to use this gold color. I'm going to show you what the color is in a moment. More fill colors. This is the code for the hex code for the gold color. So you can go ahead and just change it to that. I'm going to close and then I'm going to select no outline. The dimensions for this shape is going to be 2.5 by 2.5 and I'm just going to place it here, align the middle of the circle to the middle of the rectangle, just like that, and we are going to have something that looks like this. Now double click this circle so we can reuse it to just have our text. I'm going to write 01 as a text. Select the text. I'm going to go over to the home tab and we are going to change this font to Montserrat semi-bold like this, and the size of this is going to be 24. Color of the text is going to be black and we have this. I'm going to select these two items, hold Ctrl and Shift, and I'm going to create another copy and bring it over here. So we're creating another copy while also keeping it aligned. I'm going to select this shape and I'm going to rotate it, hold shape and then rotate it in this opposite direction. And then I'm going to select this circle and then move it so that we have equal spacing from what we have on this side. We can have the same on this side. I'm going to select this two and then Ctrl G to group, this two, Ctrl G to group. So we have two groups. Let's now create a copy of this text box so we can reuse it for this next part. So I'm just going to select it and I'm going to hold Ctrl and then I'm going to drag to create another copy of this text box. What we need to do now is change the size of this text. It's going to be 20 and the alignment of this text is going to be left. Let me reduce the width of this text box just like this. Let me grab my text so we can finish up with this first option. I'm going to use Ctrl C to copy and then I'm going to paste. I want our text on two lines just like this. I'm going to bring it here and what I want to do is align this to the center of this group just like this, and maybe I'll just move it a little to the right. I'm also going to create another copy of this because we're going to have the other one, so we can just, when we're ready for the other side, we can just do it instead of doing one by one. I'm going to hold Ctrl and Shift and then create a copy of this text box and bring it here. Select this text box and this time change the alignment of the text to right. Now that we have all of this, we can now create copies of each side to now reuse it. I'm going to select this one first. Let me group it to just make it easier for me. I'm just going to use Ctrl and Shift, create a second copy, a third, and then a fourth. I'm just going to have this. I can select all of them, go over to shape format, align, and I'm going to distribute vertically. I'm going to right click all of them, and then I'm going to ungroup since I want them to be individual. Say we'll have this group and then a text box here. I'm now going to select these two, group it, and once again create a second copy just like this. If you're not too sure, you can just do what we did earlier. Just try and align the first and last one. Don't think too much, don't worry too much about it. I can just select these two, try my best to just align these two, and then select all of these other groups, and then go over to align, and we're going to distribute vertically, and we're going to have these two sides. Now we can go ahead and reuse this to create the rest of our table of contents. We're going to have 2 pages for our table of content, so we're going to reuse these individual ones to create our content for the page 1 and also for the page 2. Let's start with item number 2. So I'm going to just change this to 2, and now I'm going to grab the content for number 2 and then paste. I'm going to grab the content for number 3, which is company structure. Let me change the text first, and then I'm going to paste, going to move this and then realign it to the center just like this. Grab the next one, which is going to be culture and values, and then paste. Let me not forget to change the number, which is number 4. Next up, we have this number 5, and I'm going to grab the content for this, copy, and then paste. Oh, I haven't ungrouped this one. We are going to ungroup it because we are going to use the morph transition, so it just makes it easier. Let me just use the align option to do this, since it seems to, oops, no, that's why sometimes I don't like using the align option. It moves what I don't want to. I'm just going to ungroup. So ungroup all of these items also, just like we did in the previous one. I'm trying to align this to the center, just like this. Next up is number 6. I'm going to come over to my notes. Let me grab the content for number 6, copy, paste, and then I'm just going to align it. Let's go for number 7, copy. This is 7, and I'm going to paste, and then we have number 8, and I'm just going to copy this and then paste. This can be one line, so I could just increase this. I'll just now realign it back. Let me see. Just like this. I believe that's fine. All right, we can now duplicate this slide to create the second page of our table of contents. So select slide 3 from slide 3 for me, Control D to duplicate. And for slide number, the second slide of our table of contents, we just have 6 items. So these last 2 items I can delete. This is going to be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now let's copy and paste in the content for all of this. I'm going to go to my notes. Let's copy number 9. I'm going to paste. Let me align this text back to the center. Like this, I think so. All right, let's move on to the next one. For number 10, I'm going to copy and then paste. I'm going to move on to number 11, paste. Let's grab number 12, paste. I can just increase the width of this so it's all on one line. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to copy and then paste. I'm going to select this and just realign it to center, and then finally the item for number 14, and I'm going to paste. Now that we have all of this content, we're going to add in our transition, which will also serve as an animation. We're going to use the morph transition. So select slide 3, Control D to duplicate. Now select the one above slide 3. Select everything on the right, and we are going to all move them out of frame. And what you want to do is create a sort of cascading effect. So select that first one, hold Control, then select this. I'm going to select this one, and then finally I'm going to select this, move the rest back. Let me now select number 1. I'm going to move this, select number 2, select number 3, and then I'm going to move this. Next up, I'm going to select all of these items, use my right arrow key to move it out of frame. Once again, we're going to do the same thing. Select this first item, move the rest to the right. Select the second one while you have the other selected. Select this, and then select this. And I'm going to select this one, move the rest. Let's go for the others. I'm going to hold Control, and then finally I'm going to do this. So let me come back to the center. Well, close enough. We're going to use the transition. Remember, we're coming from slide 3. There's a slide above this before we go on to our morph animation. So for this one, the transition is going to be the fade transition, and I'm going to increase the duration to 1.50. Then come to slide 4, and we are going to use the morph transition. I'm going to increase the duration to 3 seconds just to make it much slower. Now go to slide 5, Control D to duplicate. Select the one on top. We're going to do the same thing we did earlier. So I'm going to select all of the items on the left and move it out of screen to the left. Select this one, move it to the left. I'm going to select this as well, and I'm just going to move this. Now I'm going to select this one, move the rest, select this, and then finally that one. Let's go back to this one. I'm just going to select these ones, move them to the right like this. Select this one, move the rest to the right, move the rest, and then that's what we have. So for this one, it's going to be once again the fade transition, but we're going to increase the duration to 1.50. Come to slide 6, use the morph transition. We're going to also increase the duration. The duration is already 2 seconds. Maybe it's because I used the previous one. So, oh, it's supposed to be 3 seconds. Well, I got a bit confused. It's supposed to be 3 seconds, not 2 seconds. Anyway, let's go back to slide 3 so that we can see from where we created our transition to what we have now. So I'm going to start from slide 3. Now, when you move to this, you sort of see your table of content coming like this, and then we can move on to page 2 of our table of contents. And yeah, that is it for the table of contents slides for our new employee onboarding template in PowerPoint. If you want to watch the other videos on how I create the other slides in this particular tutorial series or this course, you can check out the description box below to the links to the image, the video links, or the link to the course playlist, or you could click on the video or playlist on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.